everybody, it's Courtney with Your House Fitness, and we're gonna go over lateral lunges, okay? So, a lateral lunge is exactly what it sounds like, a lunge where you step to one side or the other, okay? But let's start with kind of an easier way to get into it. So, you're gonna take a really wide step here, and you're gonna make sure that those toes are pointing forward, okay? So this is not gonna be an exercise where you're gonna have your toes wide, like a sumo type squat or something, okay? So you're gonna do the best you can, try to keep the toes fairly neutral or forward pointing, okay? So what I'm gonna do here is basically shift my weight. I'm gonna go to my right here. I'm gonna shift my weight, bend my knee, and basically try to like sit on down just on that one glute or one side, okay? Now again, both my feet are pointing the same direction, okay? And I'm loading one leg at a time. So you might see this in aerobics classes. Sometimes we do this as a warm-up where you're reaching and then you're reaching as a stretch. But if you're just wanting to practice what a lateral lunge feels like and how the load works, then I would practice this. So do this a lot in hockey and ice sports, but good for everybody. So I'm gonna shift my weight over. I wanna make sure that my right foot is completely flat on the ground. I do not want you to do this when you come over. If you notice that you're going up on your tippy toe or the heel's coming off the ground, then obviously you've got a lot of forward momentum here. Think just going laterally. Think like there's a wall in front of you and a wall behind you. So basically you're gonna try to touch the back wall with your butt, the knee to the front wall, but you can't, there's not a lot of room for you to lean forward, okay? So shift laterally, okay? I'm reaching this way. So I'm loading my butt, my glutes, my glute medius, my hip is active, my quads are on fire, my heel is rammed into the ground, okay? It's not lifting off. I'm gonna load as far as I can go, and then I'm gonna push myself back up here, okay? So I'm gonna try the other side here. So again, shift my weight. So I'm gonna go this way, okay? I'm exaggerating for you. Push over, so I'm almost like I'm pushing my butt out to this side, okay? Now, what I just did is actually not the best idea, so I have a bad habit of rolling onto the outside of my foot. It's an overcorrection from when I used to pronate too much. So don't do that, but understand that you are shifting weight this way, okay? My foot is gonna stay flat on the ground, and I'm basically just pushing, loading. I'm pushing that butt out to try to touch the back wall. But again, I'm trying not to reach forward, I'm trying to go sideways, okay? So again, loading my quads, my butt for sure, my heel's gonna stay on that ground here, and I'm just gonna try to lean over as far as I can go. Now I have quite the stretch here, which feels amazing. But that would be a way that you could start. You just get into that wide stance and you just practice loading side to side and just practice getting deeper and deeper without the heel coming off the ground, okay? So making sure you're still sitting those hips back just like a regular squat, okay? Now if you feel good with that, you're gonna try an actual lateral lunge. So basically I'm gonna step out to the side just like I was doing, and try to land and then descend in that lunge, okay? So I'm gonna go to my left this time, so I'm gonna take a big step out. I got the foot position, and then I'm gonna sink into that lunge. But this time I'm gonna push back to my original position, okay? Now I'm slowing this down just for you, so we'll do a couple more here. So again, I'm gonna step out, drop into that lunge, and then push myself back to that position, okay? So understand your limits, try not to go so far that you're so stretched out you can't get yourself back. And remember, you control the depth of that lunge, or it's kind of like squatting position. So be very aware that you are not going so low that you can't get yourself back up, okay? And also take a look at your position here. So your chest should still be upright. You should not be looking at the floor, okay? Making sure that everything is here. You're always in ready position, okay? So if I was trying to train you, I'd probably be throwing a rugby ball at you or something. Be like, you better be in position to catch that ball or you're gonna get hit in the head. So let's do the other side here. So again, stepping out, sinking into that position, and then pushing myself back. You wanna make this more challenging, you can add all sorts of weights here. So kettlebells, free weights, just hold the weight at your chest here, okay? And then basically step out like that, okay? So again, just making sure that the feet are pointing forward. There are a couple versions out there where they'll have extra rotation in certain things, but this is just the more, your basic or base level, how to do a lateral lunge. So there are more advanced ones out there, but get this foundational movement down first, and then you can go from there. So you can go either side, you could do a set of 10 on the right, and then do 10 on the left. But again, keeping yourself upright, chest up, okay? Sitting right back, I'm gonna reach forward here just as an exaggerated positioning, and then push myself back to center, okay? So hopefully that was okay for you to understand how to do a lateral lunge. Remember, regress or start with the basic one where both feet are wide and you're just going side to side, okay? And then when you feel comfortable, actually take that big step out, sink, come back to center, and try both sides, okay? Focus on your butt. You're always pushing off the glute to come back to center position. Try to make sure that you don't roll your ankle. You don't roll too much on the outside of the foot, and making sure that you keep your chest in an upright position, and that when you land here that you're not leaning and facing the floor, okay? Always ready position. Whew. All right, well, I had a workout, okay? So anyway, until next time, guys, have a good one, okay? Happy lateral lunging. Whew.
Oh.